Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you for Dawn and Julia Creates. This week, this month, shall I say, is my choice. And because we are in February, and I've got a feeling this is going up on the 14th of February, I thought, why not do something quite romantic? So my choices are, so a few months ago, Julia sent me a package for Dawn and Julia Creates, and in it were these two pieces of cardboard, and they're both the same size. So I thought, right, why don't we make some sort of wall hanging using these? So that's what we're going to be using. So this is going to be our base. I've then included some different papers. Now these are all double-sided papers. I think it's from the vintage set. Julia did actually just, oh no, they're not double-sided, sorry, they're single-sided. So we just got a few different ones just to try and make it as romantic as we can. But I know that after I sent this, Julia did a haul and it showed the paper pad with these, and I thought, yep, she's definitely got the same taste as me. The other thing that I sent, we've both got one of these, so it's just mosaic tile stickers, which I thought were really, really nice, very girly. So they are pinks, greys, with gold foiling, really, really pretty, love them. We've also got a couple of wooden embellishments, so we've got this chipboard which is a heart, and then we've got this chipboard which says the power of love. I've given Julia some of this washi tape. So this is of some like a floral tape, really, really pretty, and very delicate. And then this one, I just loved it. I love it's like all little adverts. So I just thought, do you know what, I really like the idea of adding them. And I don't use enough of my washies. So my aim this year is to use washi. So I thought we'll bring it in on one of our challenges. I've also done some handmade flowers. So we both have a pack of handmade flowers each. And then I've also made these for us both, and these are just little rosettes. So they're made out of dictionary paper, and you can use either side. So yeah, so we both have them, and then just lots and lots of other embellishments out of my stash. So we've got this gorgeous floral, we've got these, we've got a heart trim, we've got flowers, butterflies, little gems, so a bit of everything. To colour it, we can use any colourings that we want. So I'm going to use my Arteza gouache paint, and I also have my white gesso from 13 Arts, which I will be using as my base. So yes, so excited for this month. She did message me, though I don't feel guilty at all for this month, because she did message to say that this is her kind of month, so this is her kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, thank goodness for that, because I wanted to try and be nice for her this month. So right, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm wanting to put texture into this, and because we don't have any texture paste, I mean, in theory I could come in with my white gesso, because it is a thick white gesso, but I really like the idea of just taking off this sort of, well, not, I wouldn't say all of it, but most of it, if I can, of this top layer, just to give us that gorgeous texture. So I will take as much off as I can. So I'll do that off camera, because I already know that this video is going to be super, super long. I'm hoping it isn't. I'm hoping I managed to keep it under an hour, but we shall see. We shall see. So I'm going to take all of this off, and then I will be back. Okay, so I've did that, and as you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I haven't done it everywhere. I've left some of these flat patches. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with my white gesso, and I'm just going to give the whole piece a coat of this. Actually, might end up giving it 2 coats. Not quite sure yet. But I thought if I give it a coat of the white, I'll then be able to see all that lovely texture coming through, and then hopefully decide my design from there. Now, it will be very interesting to see if Julia does this, because I have a feeling that she will, and I think it'll probably be one of the few sort of challenges that we do together where we actually do very similar sort of texture and stuff, just because I know that she likes her texture just as much as I do. There's just something about seeing texture on a piece of art. I don't know, I just absolutely love it. But it's also to show you that you can just go around in your stash. You don't have to go out and buy stuff. I mean, these have been handmade by myself, so you can make your own embellishments and use what is in your stash. You really don't have to spend a fortune. So I mean, that just looks absolutely gorgeous. But we've got so many yummy things that we can use. I am struggling to actually think which road I'm sort of going to go down. I'm half thinking, so I'm putting on my white gesso. I'm half thinking what I might do is add my colour first and then build up my papers, because my papers are really pretty. And then I can sort of blend them in using either my gesso or some paint. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to see what happens. Right, okay, so I'm going to finish this. Well, I've more or less finished it, but I do need to dry it before I do anything else. So I will do that off camera. Just get those last little bits. So yeah, so I'm going to dry this off camera and then I'll be back, and hopefully I'll have an idea of what I'm actually going to create. So yeah, I will be 1 second. Okay, so I've dried that off, and then I've just got this paper, and I did get this paper as well, but I'm not really 100% sure on that one. I've just torn a few pieces, so I'm liking this that I have at the minute. I do have these bits, which, I mean, I'm not 100% sure if I will use them. I don't want any straight edges. But I think it would add some nice texture. I think that's actually what I'm thinking of. So this, however, where's my scissors? I do want to round these corners, so I want it to make it more sort of, I don't know, like, I want to soften it a bit more. So just slightly. I don't want to do it too much on the bottom. The only thing I'm wishing that I'd put in now was some string, because I think it would have been nice to have some string at the top so that it could be hung up. So yeah, right. I do have my glue gun off to the side of me, so I am going to use my glue gun for this, just because it makes life so much easier. And I do like using my glue gun when I'm doing this. A glue gun is actually also really good for creating texture as well. So I'm thinking that, and then what I might do is bring in my gouache and start colouring in with that. However, I love these lines. And I really like how we have the lines on here, so I don't know whether or not, if I'm adding this in, if it would be too much as well. I'm not sure. I don't think I like that one. I do like these ones, so I think I'm going to keep them in. And you know, I think I am going to add these bits as well, if we can. So let me just tear this. I love tearing paper. Okay, let me bring some more in, because I am quite liking those lines. I think those lines are really nice. Yeah, I think so. I do. Right, okay, so let's put them to one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with gluing these first. So again, I am literally just using my glue gun for this, because it does it instantly, which makes life so much easier. And then there's, oh, that's my tummy. I have just eaten, so I've just had my tea. We had homemade pizzas for tea tonight. It was very yummy. But I don't think you want to sort of sit and listen to what I had for tea. So yeah, if you are new to my channel, and you are wondering what is going on, so Julia and I, we do every month, so every second Friday of the month, we do Dawn and Julia Creates, and each month one of us, we take it in turns, and we choose the products or the materials of which you're allowed to sort of use, and it's quite fun actually, and it's really fun to see what each other comes up with, because we have the exact same stuff, so it's quite nice. I think the only time it might not have been fun is when I picked this lovely green paper for the lovely Julia, who will never ever let me forget it. I know she loves me. She loves me a lot. So that's why this month I thought I'd be so kind and give her lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of of supplies, so that she can have so much fun. But it was a fun challenge, that one. So there might have to be some more, won't there, Julia? We might have to do the 2 cards, 1 sheet again. I know it should be saying, nope, it should be sat there watching this video going, you dead on, don't even think about it. I see green paper again, see what happens. I won't be nice next time. But yeah, we were on the phone, and you know, it was rather funny. I said to her, I'll just have to send her stuff just wrapped up in that green paper, but she'll be very pleased to know that I no longer have any more of that green paper, so she is safe. So yes, you're safe, Julia. You're very safe. So yeah, so we do challenges each month. So the link to Julia's channel will be in the description box below, so do go and check that out, because yeah, like I say, we do we have the same supplies, but we do completely different things, but we seem to have the same taste as well, so we seem to pick up similar sort of things when we go out shopping. And we're both really excited because we are actually going to be meeting soon. So that is going to be really fun. We are going to be getting up to so much trouble. It is going to be so funny, and I cannot wait. So yeah, let's see what trouble we can get ourselves in. So yeah, so if you have only just come over, that is what this is all about. So yes, there is plenty of them, so please do go and check them all out. And like I say, please do pop over to the lovely Julia and check out her channel, and also subscribe as well, because she is absolutely fab. She's super talented. Super talented, and she has lots and lots of stuff going on at the minute. She designs her own digi stamps and everything, which I think are fab. So yeah, right, okay, I am going to bring in some of this tape, so just in places, because this tape is just absolutely gorgeous. So while I'm doing, I'm tearing it, I'm not cutting it, because I don't really like sort of straight edges. And then I am tearing it down as well. So there's nothing to say that you have to have the tape, you have to use the tape how it was meant for. So yeah, so there you go. I really like that. I think a little bit more, and then oh, I don't want that little bit. There's no flowers on it. Actually, I only need one more bit, I think. Right, this is where I'm just rambling to myself now, so I do apologise. I do ramble a lot. Okay. So I have the house to myself tonight. Well, my youngest daughter is home, but my husband is out on a night out, which I am so happy about. So I finally get to record a video where I can speak. My house gets super busy all the time, so it's quite nice when I can sit and talk with you guys. So yeah, right, so I am just building up my composition, so I'm trying to keep it, because I think I'm going to be doing, so you'll see that I'm focusing on these two corners, and that's because I'm thinking of building up my image or whatever it is that I'm going to create in the center. And then I have, it's like so it's sort of framing what I am making, and then we've just got the stripes, literally just for texture, just for added interest. It's always nice to add just that little bit of sort of interest to your piece, something that sort of goes quite nicely, but yeah, makes it pop. So so yeah, I mean, like I said, I love washi tape, so I have a whole drawer, and I really do need to think about using a lot of it up, because I just don't use it. I hoard it more than I use it, and I know that it's the same with a lot of you as well. You are the same. I know when I've been talking to you about it. So yeah. I just want a little bit more of this green one just down here. That way. There. Yeah, I like that. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to get my brush and bring back in my white gesso. So my brush has been in water, so this is going to be slightly watered down, this gesso. I just want to sort of go around the edges of this bit here, just to, yeah, just so it sort of blends. And then I am going to bring in my colours, so my my gouache, and then yeah, I like that. I'm actually loving that so far. I don't think I need to add much more to that background at all. So what I am going to do is, I've got some clean water here, so let me clear all this away and then I will be back. Right, okay, so I'm back. So I have them here. I am going to use just one of my watercolour brushes. Now this is from Dowler & Rowney, and it is, if I remember rightly, it's a size 12 brush. I left it in water very stupidly, and all of this has come off the sort of the brand and everything of it. I mean, it still works completely fine. Absolutely love it. But yeah, don't leave your brushes in water. So that's what I have learned from that. Need some water to spray on these. So I'm liking this cream and this pale pink. And I know that we've got this pale one as well, so we can mix up a nice pale pink, I think, in one of these. So this is just a really cheap palette that I bought off eBay. I think it was something like £2.50 or something like that. It wasn't like really expensive, so but I'm actually finding it to be quite nice. So I just want to add some of this. Okay, that look more like peach, although I think it would go quite nicely, but I do want to bring some of this pink in. Not a lot, but just a little bit. here. So I'm just going to sort of tap it just across along the edge, so I hope you can see that, just so that it creates some drips all the way down. I want this to be quite delicate if I can, so that is my aim. So, and as you can see, it is dripping down quite nicely. I will sort of dry, oh, I'm knocking the camera, dry this as I go. But like I said, I just want it to be ever so delicate. And then just to help it move, I am then going to bring in my water. And that also softens the colour just a little bit more. And just like that. And just grabbing some tissue just to soak up some of that water. And as you can see, it's just ever so delicate, so and that's what I'm looking for. So I'll keep doing that. My daughter made me a lovely cup of coffee, so I thought I'll have a little bit, and then we'll build up the colour that way. So I'm also going to do it from the bottom as well, because like I say, I want to sort of mimic both ends and make it like a frame if I can. So yeah. Let's see how it goes. There it is. And then let's bring some of this water in. Oh, I like that. I'm also thinking what I might do. So once this is dried and I've brought all the colour in, I might bring in my Distress inks and actually go around the edge with my Distress inks. I think that would be nice. So let's have some of this gorgeous pearl colour. I haven't wrote the colours that I am using because I'm silly. I just sort of filled them up and that was it. I still haven't done my swatches actually. Well, I have done my swatches, but I haven't done my swatches for each box, so I don't really know what they will be like. I know it's the first thing you should really do, but I haven't. But I like my pink, so that I want to say that helps in this situation. Loving those drips, absolutely loving them. So all I'm doing is I'm just picking up the colour, and then got a big block pen. I'm just running my brush. My brush holds quite a bit of water, which in this case it does help. And then yeah, so a bit more of this. And then we want some but the Arteza gouache actually has some pearl colours, and the pearl essence on it is amazing. I love it, which is why I'm sort of mixing them together. I think there is a pink pearl one, so we could even bring that one in as well. So I might have a try, but I'm wanting this really soft and really delicate, so that's why I'm sort of going for baby pinks. Okay, I'm loving that, so I'm going to go off camera and dry that, and then I'll be back. Right, so that is just about dry. So we've got all of these gorgeous embellishment bits and pieces, and I really love this one. So and while I'm throwing everything else, so I love this rose, and I'm thinking that I'm wanting to make this my centerpiece. Now let me just grab another brush. So what I think I'm going to do is, because the good thing about this pen is it is like an acrylic paint as well, so that it does do really nice coverage. So with this pink pearl essence paint, I am just going to run my brush over it, so doing just some dry brushing really over the top of it, because I do want this to be my focal point, because I think as well I might cover some of the silver elements. I'm not sure yet. I might paint them white and then put colour on. But so I'm thinking that rose there, and then building up around it with the handmade flowers that we have. So let me just open these up. So, right, well, first things first, we need to puffer them up because I don't like flat flowers. So I make them, but then I store them flat because then they don't get damaged. And then when it comes to using them, I then fluff them up, so like you would a pillow. So, and I do it each sort of like what's the word, each round is like each layer. Yeah, that's it, each layer. So then I'll fluff it up, and it just makes it look so much better. See, if I don't flatten it down. And then I thought we could sort of build up these around it. Yeah, I only had 2 of the roses, but I just knew that this would be like the perfect sort of project for them. So yeah, and then I've got these ones. I can sit for hours and make flowers. I love making them. Okay, so I know Julie is going to put lots of volume in her flowers that I have made out, because she puts a volume in everything and it looks amazing. I've tried doing what she does. She has this like little tool thing that sort of does everything for it's like it's a ball tool and some sort of mat, and her flowers look amazing. She's got it spot on. I did have a go a couple of times, and it's a lot quicker than doing what I'm doing now as well, but yeah, I'm useless, so I'll stick with what I know. So yeah, but it would be nice as well to see how she uses my flowers that I have created, because yeah, these I've made myself, so yeah, I think it's nice seeing somebody use stuff that you've actually made yourself. So, like I said, just building up. I don't think I want any more than that, really. I'm quite liking that. So we do have these. I need to go and find one which has dropped on the floor, but I am thinking that I do need to paint these out white. I'm thinking there. I'm trying to see if you can see it properly. I love. We also have the gorgeous chipboards, which obviously we have to use. I love my chipboards. So these come in 2 bits. So you have this part. So I'm thinking maybe there. And then we have this top part, and I do need my craft knife if I can see it anywhere. I have a tub right off to the side of me, and it's filled to the top of everything, but I can never see what I want, so I'll just use my scissors for now. Okay, and then that will sit. Let me just move them a second. That will sit on there. I don't want that in the middle. Okay, I should really glue this on, shouldn't I? Right, I am just playing with composition. I sort of know what I want, but I'm not sort of feeling it. Tuck those under there. I think I'm going to end up having to take a photograph of this so I don't forget. So that's a handy tip for you. So there. Oh, love. absolutely loving it. We do have these rosettes as well, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use actually. I don't think. Oh, see, I want to see Julia's now, because I want to see what she's done, because I am sort of struggling with my composition just a bit. I'm just trying. I think the problem is I've got too much stuff in front of me. I like the fact that of when we have limited supplies, I don't know, ideas come to me so much quicker. Whereas when I have quite a lot of stuff, yeah, I haven't got a clue. Right, loving the power of love at the bottom, so that I will keep. I think that is gorgeous. I do want to use my rosettes, so let me, oh, I didn't realise that was sticky. Oh well, at least now we've got a point where we can glue the bottom on, so that's staying as it is. Trying to burn myself. Oh, making a right pig's ear of this. Okay, so that's definitely staying as we are. How about get rid of all of this? And I have this here. So change the composition just all together. Oh, or how about we have that on the rosette? Yeah, do you know what? Why not? So even if I only use one, then it doesn't matter. So get rid of those strings. So if you ever have, use your glue gun and you ever have any strings coming off it, then the best way to get rid of them is actually with your heat gun, so it'll melt it down. So I will do that right at the end. Now I don't want to waste these bits because they can be used. It sort of frames it, doesn't it? So maybe like that. Power of love, and then maybe, so just the ones that I've sort of puffed up. Maybe like that. Oh, I think that's much better, isn't it? That is so much better. I do need some string. I wish I had some string. I need string underneath. I always think that makes it look so much better. We have this bling as well, which I can tuck underneath the flowers. So just like that. Although I don't like the fact that that's sort of hidden. I don't want to hide this bit and this bit because I really like that. We do need one more flower because we are odd. I can't have odd flowers. So every time we add flowers to a piece, it always has to be an odd number. I don't know why. I just think it always looks better, but I struggle with adding sort of. So I mean, I've only, well, actually technically if you add that one, I've got 7, but paper flowers is only 6, and to me it just doesn't look right. So I don't know, there's just something about having, actually maybe it was just that flower. Let's have a look. Yeah, do you know what, I think I'm going to leave it like that. I think that's lovely. Oh, I really like that. Yes. Oh, I am. I'm going to keep it as it is. However, I want to bring some of that delicateness into the flowers. So I'm coming in with my spun sugar. Let me grab a little dauber So I've got a little finger dobber here. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to just lightly go over these flowers, just to give them a bit of colour. And the good thing about using white cardstock when you're making your flowers is you can add in whatever colour you want, so I like that. So yeah, really like that. So it's only just a small amount of the pink that I am adding. Again, I'm wanting to keep this very, very delicate. And I have to admit that I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. So again, I mean, my flowers are flattening down, but I will puff them up once I have stuck them all down. And then, yeah, and then we'll be happy. I can't wait to see what Julia's done with the flowers. I can't wait to see what she's done full stop, because even though I set this challenge, I have to say I've rather struggled quite a bit. I've struggled more than I thought I was going to. I thought, oh, I know what I'm doing, and then, you know, when you come to sit down to do it, I just think, yeah, all of my ideas, everything just went out of my head. So when I was putting this together, I just had so many ideas that, yeah, and then I don't know, it's just all gone out of my head. So the other thing that we haven't used yet, so we do still have the embellishments, which I will use a few. Is we've got these gorgeous mosaic tiles. Now I do want to use these, but I'm going to bring these in last. So I'm thinking that I'm actually going to stick down all of my elements before I forget what it is that I'm doing. I am going to put plenty of glue on so that it sticks. Now for this wooden frame, because obviously I don't want to have glue everywhere, I'll actually use the flowers to glue it down in the corners. So a little tip for you, so if you've got anything delicate that you don't want glue to seep through, especially if you're using a glue gun, then use embellishments if you can, if you have them around you. So I can't with the power of love. So with the power of love sign, what I'm going to do with that is I will just come in with my white glue and I will stick that on there. Yeah, somewhere. Run out of glue. So just a nice generous dollop. Like I say, I am going to come back in and fluff these up. Now I'm only putting glue in the center. Now the reason why I do that is because I know that I want to tuck these in. So because I'm wanting to tuck elements underneath my flowers, then I know that if I keep it free, then I can do so without having to rip my flowers up. So that's something also to sort of keep in mind. Move that a second because I just want to puff these up. I love these ones when they've sort of been, I don't know if you can see, but I'm just like bending them like the flowers. I just think they look absolutely gorgeous and really, really pretty when they're sort of being squished somewhat. So yeah. Right, okay, let us do this one and go under there, and I've just got glue over, there we go, and then, so I'm just going in with my nails and I'm just pulling them up. Oh, Julie, I really hope you're having fun with this. I'm loving it, don't get me wrong, I am loving it, and considering I set the challenge, you'd think that I'd be really, really chuffed, but no, I've struggled, and I don't know why I've struggled. I think I'm having, I think my mojo might be gone. My mojo will never be gone. I craft every single day without fail. I just have such a love for it, and it's the one thing that keeps me going. So, yeah, I don't think my mojo will ever disappear, she says. Right. Oh. So I'm just going to, I want that to sort of show, where's my, so if I move them up and stick it down sort of to the base there. Now this glue dries clear so that I know that where it is showing I am okay. And then that's there. Right, okay, this is what we have so far. Loving it, absolutely loving it. I think it's gorgeous. Now we do have these gorgeous mosaic stickers, so I don't know whether actually to come in with the grey or whether to, I was thinking the pink, so sticking with the pink ones. Where's my scissors? The other thing that I'm not sure, I might end up ruining this, but I did want to see if we could cut them in half, and yes we can, because I quite like the idea. I think sometimes squares can be a bit too much, so I was thinking maybe triangles. Yeah, and it really is just adding this interest. Let me move my paints out the way because we don't need them anymore. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I think it's so delicate, so pretty. So yeah, really pleased with them. Do I want to bring in any of the gold? Do you know, I think I'm going to bring in some of this grey, and again I am going to cut it in half, but see, a bit of it has broken, so I need to do that bit more careful. I am going to do a smaller piece. I'm just going to do sort of a collage, is that the right word? A collage effect. Just on each other. Can't use that other bit, so. And it really is just adding more interest. That's all I'm doing. Love. I really am loving this. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below what you think. What you think of this project, and yeah, if you've enjoyed watching it, what you think I could have changed or I could have done differently, because I would really love to know. Oh, I've broken another one. They're not the easiest to cut, but I do like them that shape instead of the other shapes. I can't use that bit. That's all broken, smashed. I like that. I really like that. Right, okay, so we've got these gorgeous pink flowers, which definitely need to go on. So I do have, I'm not going to use, I don't know whether or not, actually I just put that one maybe there, and then get rid of those. They're sticking to my hands, and that one sort of, oh, I like that. That pop of colour is lovely. I definitely want to add a butterfly, maybe. Oh no, I don't. Do you know what? I think we need to. Actually, I think I prefer it that way. Add a couple of butterflies. Yeah, I like them. And then the other things that we have, so I do have some cream ones. Let me just cut between them. So I am, even though these have got glue on the back, I am going to add my glue with them, just because, yeah, I don't think they would last very long. So yeah, and I want it to hold. Oh, another little drop there. So I'm just putting these sort of where I've got the tiles, and then this I do want a couple of the little ones. So I definitely want a little one at the top, just because we've got, I don't know if you can see, there's only 2 there, and it definitely needs a third. So I don't like it there. Well, yeah, I'll have it right at the top. So just there. And then maybe a little one in there. I do need to glue those ones down. Well, considering I sort of got stuck halfway through and couldn't decide on what I was going to do, I don't think I've done too bad. I'm loving this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It is so delicate. I want that so you can still see the L. And then, oh, I try not to throw this away. But that pop of pink is just absolutely gorgeous. Just that dark pink. And sometimes that's actually, yeah, I wasn't going to put it there, but too late. Too late. I don't think I want any more of them. Do I want any of these? And then we also have some little silver ones. Again, I don't want them either. I think the last thing to put on is the butterflies, because who doesn't love butterflies? Oh, and just took that under there. Oh, that's so cute. Right, okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to tidy away all of my bits and pieces, and then I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. So what I'm going to do is I have my Victorian velvet. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to ink around the edge, just to frame it. Now I'm not going to do any doodling or anything on this because I really don't feel like it needs it. Oh, it's just ever so delicate. I have got into my doodling loads. I love doodling. I know our lovely Julia loves doodling, so I know that there will be doodling on hers. But do you know, I think just by adding this distress ink just around the edges, I think is enough. And then we have that little frame in the center. And the good thing about crafting and arts and mixed media and everything, you know, it's your it's how you see it, you know, it's your style, it's nobody else's style. You know, it's how you feel when you're crafting, it's what you think, it's, yeah, I hope this is making sense. But you know, we all have our own styles, and you could do very similar to me, but it come out completely different because you're putting your stamp on it, you're doing what you want to do. And that's the one thing that I absolutely love with mixed media and crafting and card making, is you can do whatever you want. Well, I think I'm finished. I mean, wow, look at that. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? I am so pleased with this. I was thinking halfway through, especially after I put the colour on, I loved the papers, the colour, I didn't want to cover them. A lot of the time I tend to cover stuff that I really like, so I would do that, and then I would come in with the colours and I would just go for it, and then I would lose the papers and all of that texture and gorgeousness that I've sort of built up, and this time I haven't, so I'm quite pleased with myself for that. I think the flowers are just absolutely gorgeous. I love the white and the pink together. I just think they're just beautiful. I just love everything. Please do go over and check out our lovely Julia to see what she's done, because you can guarantee that they're going to be completely different, and that's what I love about these challenges. Next month is her choice, so I do have an idea of what we are doing, and it's going to be exciting. Well, I know what I'm using but I don't know what we're doing. So yeah, I will find out probably in the next day or two. So that is super exciting. So I can't wait for next month as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do hit that subscribe button. Also do hit Julia's subscribe button, and also hit the bell so you're notified as and when a new video is uploaded. But thank you so much for sticking with me. Sorry if I have waffled on. I tend to do that when I don't know what I'm doing. But I have loved it. Do you know, I always surprise myself every time I make something, because I just think, wow, did I honestly make that? And the answer is yes, I did. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty proud of this one. I quite like it. I just love it all. Let me know in the comment section below what you like about it, what you would change. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. The last thing I will do, though, I will do it off camera, is I'm going to use my heat gun. I've got a couple of glue threads, but I will just blast them and they will just melt away as if they didn't happen. But yeah, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye.